Hello everyone, welcome to Nowhere Videos, Meat and Potatoes, the program that shows you easy recipes for great food. My name's Mike. You might have remembered me with the turkey pot pie. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey, it's a great meal. But today we're going to do the other white meat, pork. Now, with any other meal, you always got to keep clean. Pork and chicken, you got to always wipe down. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab in here, you know that little pork thing that's at the marketplace, got that big bone in it, and you're trying to figure out, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do? Well, guess what? I'm going to show you. We got a few ingredients here. I went ahead and pre-cut some steaks up and stuff, and I've got a couple medallions going. I've got a little tenderloin going here. I've got one here that's cut up. I went ahead and pre-cut these, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to move the celery over here, and with that pork, you cut it off the bone, of course, but we're going to take our knife, nice sharp knife, and when you cut your steaks, they're always, you know, flat. You want them about an inch thick. And we're going to run that knife right through the center, running down, watching the fingers, of course. We're going to open that up. Okay, now you got a perfect loin going there. Another way you can cut that is called butterflying. You take the pork, and you notice that's a little small piece, but when you open it up, you got a pretty good progressive piece of meat there. You cut that way, you open it up, and then I'm going to show you how to do that. You're just going to slice it down the middle until it actually butterflies. Okay? This one will be closed. This one will be open. Now we're going to the big boy. This one I'm going to show you because I have not cut it yet. I'm going to show you how to do this. So we'll move this over here, and I'm going to show you how to cut this thing. Now, a lot of people will want to cut it down the fat cap. You don't want to cut it down the fat cap. You want to put the fat cap down, and then you're going to take your knife, and you don't want to saw. You want to cut, and you notice as I cut, I take my knife and I move one side to the other, cut, and always you can use your thumb there as a ridge, but as you cut, be sure that you move your thumb down, and that's where you get your butterfly effect to stuff the pork chop. Okay, so we're going to put that back over here. Another way is you always have those pieces at the end where you're going like, what am I going to do with this? Well, you know what? How about we twist it around? We hold it like that, and you just press on it. Now what you have is a little area here that we can put the dressing. We're going to heat our pan up here because we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to do a bake. We're going to do a fry. We're going to do it all because we're going to have fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this pan up. A lot of people will use a regular, just a cooking oil. And if you're watching those calories, as you can tell, I'm watching them. You can use Pam. I prefer Little Wesson oil. But here's the big trick. We're going to move this over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our dressing going. Now, we got some celery. I've cleaned these stalks already. You can get your celery stalks, you know, in the grocery store. And it is totally by choice on how much you use. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set these over here. Always split your stalks down into little strips. Okay, then you can cut them up. Okay, just like that. We're having fun. Heck yeah, we're having fun. Now we're going to put the celery in the pan. Oh, that's a sizzle. I hear a sizzle. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to take the same knife, just a little bit of butter, and it's however much you want. You just, actually, I usually use about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I get that going like that. Oh, that's a sizzling good. That's a sizzling good. And this is called sauteing. We're going to saute. This is going to go into our dressing. We'll hold that off. We'll get this onion. That's going to make me cry. This is a fresh onion. A lot of times people will take an onion, go ahead and pre-cook it, or put it in water. And what it does is it takes the milk out of the onion. You don't want none of that garbage on there, so we'll just set that in the butter dish. In fact, we'll set that in the butter dish too. Now we're going to slice the onion, because all we're doing is chopping. We're just getting this thing nice and ready. And you notice I watch my fingers. Now, and again, it's by taste and adventure. That looks probably about enough onion. Oh, I'll tell you what, I wish you were here right now. If you could just smell that celery and those onions. Now, one thing we're going to do, put just a little bit of black pepper. And you're going to use just about maybe a quarter of a teaspoon, I'm sorry. And what you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle it around like that. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to get it going. I think I hear the neighbors next door. Are you cooking, Mike? Heck yeah, I'm cooking. I'm cooking for Nowhere Video. So many people, I sweated over a stove all day. Why? Have fun with it. And indulge in different things. There's people that'll put red peppers in this. They'll put cilantro, just different things. You know, just add to it. You know, whatever. Experiment. Have fun. Now what we're going to do, got me a little head of broccoli here. Decided at the store it was kind of inexpensive. What we're going to do is we're going to cut that right off the stalk. I'll try to bring that around to where I can show you. Just cut it right off the stalk. You do not want to throw that away. Set that with the celery. Okay. And you don't want your pieces really big, so we'll just bust them like that. We'll set them in our bowl, and we'll cut that. Oh, that is smelling so good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, we're going to grab our stuffing. Now, it's just your regular seasoned turkey stuffing, and we're going to go ahead and pour that right into there. Just a regular old pan. Hope I got a big enough pan. We'll set that over here. One of the biggest ingredients in this whole ordeal is right there. It's just a little bit of garlic. It's probably a tablespoon of garlic. What we're going to do now is we're going to sprinkle that over our sauté. You're basically roasting the garlic in the ingredient. You notice it clumps up a little bit. That's all good, because that'll make it happen. Okay, now what we're going to do, clean our area. We're going to scoot that over there. Take our knife. We're going to take our green pepper. This is basically just a garnish. It actually adds flavor, but in the same factor, it gives you presentation to it. We're going to pull out the core. You notice I didn't throw it away. Again, that's another program we're going to have fun with. Now, in cutting a green pepper, always put the point of the knife in, and you're going to cut some little circles. If you try to cut it this way, you're going to crush the pepper, which is going to break your presentation. So we put the point in, or you can use a serrated knife. Serrated knives work great. And And then we're going to just bust that around. Kind of like cutting a pumpkin. We have some hot water going over here. A lot of people can steam it. Well, folks, I hate to tell you, but steamer bit the dust today. So we got to do it the old-fashioned way. We got some hot water going here. I've had it warmed up, and again, you don't want to bring it to a total boil. You just want to keep it warm. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick the heat up on it just a little bit, and it's called blanching. What we're going to do is we're going to blanch the broccoli, because the heat itself will tenderize it. It will totally tenderize the broccoli. It'll make it soft, because you don't want broccoli like mush. You don't want it to, like when you hit it with a fork, you don't want it to just go blah. You want some texture to it. You want some continuity, okay? What we have here is chicken consomme. It's a little bit stronger than actually a bouillon cube, but if you notice, I don't cook with a lot of salt. You can season as you eat. There's no reason to, add all this salt and all that, because we have a cream of chicken soup we're going to be using, which is high in sodium. We have a chicken consomme, which is high in sodium. And so, but it is broken down and diluted by cooking, which is all good to go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move over here. I'm going to grab this pan. I'm going to set that pan right there. And you've wondered why I had that pan in there. It's because this pan has actually been on a little bit, and I'm heating my mix. My stuffing is actually being heated. It is actually warm. You could actually almost, well, yeah, that's warm. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken, we're going to pour it in there. Then we're going to take our pork, we're going to stir it. Now Todd wants to follow me over here for just a second. I'm going to go over here and get my little tea kettle that I just happen to have some extra water. And how you mix your stuffing is however dry or wet you would like to have it. Being bread, it's going to absorb a lot of moisture. Take my fork, stir it up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the sauteed vegetables. Oh, yeah. You notice that? Nice, 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 nice. We'll take this, we'll just set that right over here in the sink. Everybody's wondering about this orange, aren't they? Going, why has he got an orange? I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to go over here and get my pan again. Now that we got it cooled off. And you notice I did not take any of the onion or anything out of it when I cleaned it. I just set it over there to cool down for a minute, because you can either use Wesson or an oil, or you can use a PAM. It depends how you're watching your calories. I don't think I'm watching my calories. This is the best way. How this is done. Now we can get in here. We want to get this all stirred up, mixed up. Break the bread. You want to break the bread up. As unlike, stuffing a turkey or anything like that, you want to get that all broke up to where it's almost a paste. Wipe our hands down a little bit. Okay, here's the first one. It's the end cut of the pork. What we're going to do is we're going to roll that, and we're going to seize it. And it'll actually stay like that. Okay. Here's another one. Got to get my plate over here. This one here we're going to put in the middle and fold. Now, one thing I do with this, I'm going to get that bent around. Now let's seize it. What we're doing now is the way the meat is cooking with the moisture in the dressing and the meat, it's actually hitting the pan lid and just bang, just basting. You don't have to worry about the inside part being all, you know, oh, I got to cook this, I got to cook that because it's salmonella and all that. No, this sears and cooks it all at one time. And I'm sure Todd wants all of it, so we'll just put a little over in here and we'll cover that. Okay, we'll set that right over here. I got the feeling that's not a later program. I got the feeling Todd's going to be eating that tonight. Okay, we got a piece of pork here. That was the end cut. Remember that? So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a little trick. And it's really, really just so cool. Impresses your friends. You got that little pork. You got some waste. Oh, no, I don't. Watch. We'll take a little bit of dressing. We'll put it like this. Talk about color. Talk about presentation. We'll do that. We'll stick that. Now, I'm not going to do it today on a show, but I'm just going to let you know you can take that. The pork is already done. The broccoli is already done. The dressing is basically done. Now you slap that in the microwave for about 2.5 minutes. Guess what? You heat up the dressing. Got the pork. Look at the juices that are coming out of that thing. Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about. There's nothing worse than having dry meat when you cook. That's why I always put a lid on everything. Always put a lid. Now we're going to do a little baking. Uh-oh, here we go. Now you're saying he's getting integral. Now we'll stick that over there. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here, grab our pan. And again, you can either use an oil. I prefer just a cookie spray. Set her down there. And don't spray it in your eye. We're gonna get that pan good and coated there. You like that? Can good and coated? That's a good one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pork chops. We're gonna set one there. We're gonna set one there. That's a medallion. That's the end cut again. That one there. That one there. That one there. And you notice I didn't cut these because there's two different ways to do this. Actually, there are so many different ways I couldn't even explain. But now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our dressing. We're going to put some in here. We want to fold that bad boy over. It's almost like wrapping a present and nobody knows. And we're going to put that there. And we're going to put that there. And we're going to put that there. And we're going to put that one there. And don't try to be neat because it ain't going to happen. You do it. Now, watch. Then we put that one on top. And we put that one right on top. Now watch this. Remember those little green peppers? Remember that one on top? Just like that. Then we go right on top. Remember that one? See that small one? Just like that. My goodness, I must know what I'm doing. That one's mine, by the way. And put your dressing, don't waste it. Moisture will make them cook. Run them in between. Okay? Makes it a lot better. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and feather it out. We got our heat at 350. A lot of ovens are different. Now this one's calibrated a little warmer than most ovens. So I have this one at just about 375, but normal is 350. We're going to take that bad boy. We're going to slam that in there. And guess what? Be right back with you, okay? We're going to do a little bit of bacon. I'm going to show you a finished project. Now comes the final project. And I know you guys are still wondering what the heck that orange is for, huh? Well, we ain't sending it to Hawaii, that's for sure. So, what we're going to do, we're going to get down in here, get a hot pad. As I found out the other day, if you grab a pan out of the oven with your hands, it'll burn you. So, here we go. You remember those little pork chops we had? Oh, yeah. Look at that. What we're going to do now, you're seeing a bulk thing here. You're seeing just the juices, you're seeing the pork, the little green pepper. We're going to make you some presentation now. We're going to show you something. You want to fancy up the little girl you just brought home? Okay, here's the orange. I'm going to cut the orange right in half. And we're going to make a little cut there. And we're going to make a little cut there. And we're going to make a little cut there. See the end of that? Watch. The reason why we did that is you brought moisture back into it. The oven will dry out any type of meat, especially uncovered. We're going to take our oranges. We're going to go cut all the way in. Now, Mr. Mike's going to grab a plate. I'm going to show you the presentation. Oh, that's right. You guys are probably still wondering what this is for, huh? Well, it's just a Campbell's cream of chicken soup. Of course, you notice I always pick the easy open one because I have to. I'm old. What we're going to do, we're going to take our kettle, set it back over here, put it over there, and we're going to just get a little bit of water. What we're doing now is we're bringing back just a hair more moisture. You know what though? I'm going to take the same spoon I used with the broccoli, because why ruin a good thing? We're going to hit that heat on high. But here's the trick. Onion powder. You want to put just about maybe a third of a tablespoon in the soup. What that does is actually thickens. Remember that broccoli we had sitting in there? We'll go ahead and we'll get all the moisture out of it. We'll put that right in the middle. Okay. Now, this is a meal fit for a king, I tell you right now. Now watch this. Put one in the middle. Yeah, we'll just give it a little bit of color. Parsley flakes are totally up to you. I prefer parsley flakes instead of paprika or something like that. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll just spread the rest over that. What we do, and it's just a kind of a moisture barrier. Gives it a little more presentation, a little bit. You just put a little bit over the top, just like that. Gives it just a nice color, just a texture. Now tell me, folks, is that not something? You know, and it is such an easy meal. It looks good. It tastes good. And you know what? I want to thank you for watching. Thank you again for welcoming me in your home. And by the way, good taters, good meat, good grief. Hey, let's eat. Bye. You have a good one. I'm waiting to see you again.